some advice that might seem a little backwards, but stay with me, listen through the end, because I truly believe that we need to start doing something we've been told not to do, which is be reactive. How many times have we heard, no, you need to be proactive and not reactive? Agree, but you can only be proactive for certain things. But there are things that need a reaction. There are situations at work right now that we are not tending to because we don't want to be reactive. But here's where shift happens and a complete culture change occurs. It's when we react to all of the things that need our reactions, that they can go away and we can create a space where we can truly thrive, as well as obviously our coworkers, our clients, etc. And so in this episode, let's figure out how to be more reactive to get the results you want. Welcome back to episode 60 of What If It Works podcast. I am so grateful that you are joining me today for a controversial topic, which is I am empowering you to be more reactive. This whole idea actually stemmed from a grading that I was giving for my coaching clients. And I had suggested that they be more reactive. Now, let me tell you why being reactive is seriously going to change the game for you. In the last 10 weeks, I have been working with this group of coaching clients. And what I've noticed is that these individuals are so incredible at pinpointing problems. They are good at identifying the root cause of a problem, and they are really good at thinking through everybody's perspectives about these problems. However, they sometimes want to wait to bring up the problem. And so, we'll have a great discussion on our coaching calls. And then I'll hear something like, well, next month at our team meeting, I'll bring that up. Or next week, when I have a meeting with this individual, I will bring that up. And I completely understand making sure that you are approaching an individual in the right place at the right time with your information. However, some of these instances, they don't need to wait. They could go bring up a conversation with an individual that day, that hour, if you will. Just go right down to the next cubicle over and have the conversation. And so that there can be some change and some shift. And so I really want us thinking about the word reaction. To react to something means to respond to it. And so I know a lot of that, be proactive instead of reactive. It makes it feel like reacting to something is negative. Well, I'm not telling you to go react in a negative way to individuals or people who are frustrating you or to a problem. Absolutely not. What I am asking you to do is go respond to a problem in the moment or shortly thereafter. Why? When we react or respond to a situation, we are going to get clear on what the problem was or what the situation was. We are going to make sure that the way we moved forward is the way we want to do that in the future. And then we take action so that that situation does not occur again. Isn't that what we want our leaders and our team members doing? Is recognizing there is a problem or recognizing there might be a better way to do something that's more efficient or more effective? Absolutely. And then do we want them waiting 2 weeks for our next meeting? Do we want them waiting a full month before our leadership team comes back to? Absolutely not. I hope we are in agreement there. That when a leader or anyone else in our organization recognizes that there is a better way, that they do something about it that day, that day they bring it up. They start a conversation. They start looking for ways to do this thing better and more efficiently and more effectively. That is what a leader does. They recognize a situation and they evaluate that situation. They decide on an action to then go take, and they put it out into the wild. They go test their solution. And that is what we want out of leaders, to respond to situations, to respond to things that are not going well in our company, to respond to inefficiencies. And so that is what I mean by let's get more reactive. In my coaching call recently, we talked about turning on your RAS, right? Your reticular activating system. You've heard me share about this before. It is a little piece in your brain that looks for information that you are asking it to find. So, for example, if you are going to be moving, then you are going to notice every for sale sign in your neighborhood or in your town or in the new town that you plan to go to, because your brain is looking for that information. What if we set our RAS in tune for efficiency? We walk around the shop, we walk around the office, we listen in the meetings for ways to become more efficient, and then we react or respond to that situation and create a new way going forward so that we can best utilize the time of our team and our resources. That is what I'm talking about when I say be more reactive. Now, you've heard the phrase be more proactive. And absolutely, if you are coming into a leadership position, when I think of being proactive, it means make sure that your employees are clear on your expectation. Make sure your employees are clear on the safety measures that need to be put into place in your place of work. Absolutely. Be proactive so that when a fire starts, they know exactly what to do. When a customer comes in fired up about a situation, they know exactly what to do. When someone has a phone call and you need to be reached, they know exactly how to reach you because you have set those things up in advance 1,000%. Yes, be proactive, but don't wait to react or respond. I want to talk about a situation that occurred with my coaching group right now that has just been a beautiful example of not waiting to react or respond. An individual new in her role realized that she gets extremely stressed when things come to her at the last minute. So, as our coaching group came together, we discussed ways that she could do this differently so that she doesn't experience that stress. Lo and behold, with the other leaders on the call, they said, that information could be available to you up to 3 days before you need that information. But no one's ever asked for it. Great. So my client went out and asked this group, hey, when you need paperwork done for the truck, can you just bring that to me the moment you get it done? If I can have 24 hours in advance, man, I'm going to be able to look it over, verify that there are no mistakes, verify the weight of the truck so that when the driver arrives, we are ready to rock and roll. And they can get out of here efficiently, and we can verify that everything we need on that truck is good to go. So the shipping department said, absolutely, we can do that for you. So they started this at the end of July. Just 2 weeks ago, 7 trucks showed up on a Friday. They are used to getting 2 trucks a day. 7 is unheard of. But guess what? Because she brought this up at the end of July, they were able to practice and prepare and get her the materials she needed. That Friday was not stressful at all. She said it was amazing. We had people from other departments helping out. We had people moving around quickly to get things done. No one was yelling, no one was frustrated, and no one was stressed because everything was ready to go. Now, imagine back at the end of July, she noticed this was a stressor, but she thought it's only a stressor for me. So I don't want to be selfish and react to this stress. I'll try to be proactive and just plan my days accordingly, knowing that I'm going to get that paperwork late. Just think of the difference when a month and a half later, she's got 7 trucks coming in. She even said, I don't even know what I would have done or said had I not gotten the paperwork in advance. So now her setting up a clear expectation with other individuals so that she could get her work done in advance, not only did it reduce her stress, it reduced the stress of the shipping department, which reduced the stress of the truck driver, which reduced the stress when that truck driver arrived to their location, which is the customer of my client, all because she reacted to how the situation was going for her. I want you to think in your own work environments. Is there something that is causing you stress that you know causes other individual stress around the office? And is there something you could do today? Not wait until the leadership meeting, not wait until the quarterly meeting, that you could start doing today to make your job less stressful, or make your job more efficient, or make the office more effective. I am empowering you to go react to that. Now, I am going to give you a strategy because, again, you could react in a very negative way. My client could have easily walked into shipping and been like, how come you guys don't ever give me this stuff in advance? If you could give it to me in advance, this would be way easier for me. Absolutely, she could do that. What she did instead is she got curious. She walked into the shipping department. She said, is there a way for you to get me the paperwork a day early? I'm thinking if I got it a day early, I could do all of this for you. Verify the weight, make sure all of the details are there, make sure all of the parts are on the shipment. I could help you. All you need to do is help me by getting it to me one day earlier. And like I said, look at the trickle-down effect. So I want you thinking about your own environment. It starts with this. This is my strategy for you. You are constantly noticing what is going well and what is not going well. So I am going to empower you to say something. Here it is. I've noticed. And then you're going to say what you've noticed without any emotion attached. So with my client situation, she might have said something like, I notice I receive the shipping paperwork the day the truck arrives. That's true. She is not saying, I've noticed that I get stressed out when I get, nope. I notice I receive the paperwork on the day of, and I'm wondering if. I've noticed this. I'm wondering if. There's your strategy for the day for clear communication when you see a problem or a situation that you believe could be more efficient or more effective. I noticed. What did you notice? Take all the emotion out. And I wonder if, and give your solution. I wonder if I could receive that paperwork the day before. This is not combative. This is not my way is better. This is simply, I noticed this situation and I'm wondering if. Now, some of you right now are going, and time out. If I say that to my boss is going to come back and tell me why it won't work. Great. Just the answer you wanted to hear from me, right? Great. When they come back and say, that won't work because of this, you are going to say, what will work? What will work? This was just an idea I had. What will work? And then you might have to go into a little bit of that expectation, what and why, which means you're going to say, this is another impact technique. Here's what we need and here's why we need it. And if this is what we need and why we need it, how are we going to change our situation so that this gets met? Now they understand this is the importance, this is the what and the why. And now, so what can we do? And the answer might simply be, well, I'll go talk to my guys. I'll go talk to my people. And that's okay. Thank them for doing that. Thank you so much. I just noticed it has been a problem, and I'm wondering what we can do to solve that. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Those of you that are in middle management, or maybe you're not in management at all, this behavior and this action is what a leader does. A leader notices what is for the betterment of the company and then works to find a solution to move that forward. And so if you are anywhere, top to bottom in your company, bringing up that you are looking for a solution to help make things run more efficiently, more respectfully, more effectively, no one is going to turn you down on that. I need to reword that. There might be some leaders who will turn you down on that because they are worried about themselves. But when you pitch it that you are looking out for the betterment of our production time or the quality of our materials, they can't argue with you on that. All right. And so just remember, some people are going to react to this in potentially a negative way. Please reach out to me if that is the case, because there are some things that you can do in conversation with someone, especially above you, to really help them understand your mission in bringing that up, and that you're not looking to undercut anyone else's authority, but that you're just looking to make the work environment a better place or to make the workflow more efficient. You can reach out to me. My email address is impact@annvote.com. That's ANNVOTE.com. I hope that there are some ideas swirling in your head. And my comment to you is this: what if it works? Imagine my client back in July deciding she's not going to say anything and she's just going to deal with the consequences. How stressful would August and September have been for her? It worked, and it worked quickly. She laughed because the following Monday we got on the call and she said, they gave me their paperwork early for the rest of the week, and I was able to do my job. I even caught some errors. I was able to bring it back to the individual. They were able to fix the errors. I was able to finalize the paperwork all before the trucker even arrived. The trucker even thanked us that we had everything ready to go. So 1 week it took for this to take off for her. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way for you to put this into action, for you to pinpoint some issues that are happening right now, for you to start conversations. And what if it works? What if your solution works? What if your idea decreases stress, increases productivity, increases motivation around you because people are feeling good about the work and the workflow? What if it works? What do you gain? What do the people around you gain? What does your company gain? What does your family gain by you taking a look at a situation and saying, this end result is not what we want. How can we get a new result? So remember, the wording is, I've noticed this, and I'm wondering if. Give this a try and let me know how it goes. I absolutely love hearing your wins. Some of you send me emails, and I just really, really appreciate that. If you are not following and subscribing to this podcast on your favorite platform, please go ahead and make sure you do that. And then also come join us over on our Facebook page, Impact to Influence. That's where we post about new episodes and new ideas. We're going to be having our Lead with Impact cohort launch really quickly. Again, if you have not gotten on the first to know list, you're going to want to do that. Go on over to annvote.com/first to know to get your name added on that list. That is going to give you not only information regarding the Lead with Impact cohort launching, but it also gives you a 1-day discount that you can utilize if you are planning on joining the fall cohort that starts mid-October, October 21st, I believe. And that is a 5-week program. In that program, not only are you learning the impact method and all of the impact techniques that come within that, but you have the opportunity for group coaching and even individual coaching. If you are just stressed and a little frustrated with your team or your management or the people below you, this is a perfect opportunity for you to come get focused for 5 weeks, sharpen your communication skills, but then also see results within those 5 weeks. You are going to want to step into this cohort and just watch how your results can not only transform your own personal workplace culture, but also the culture of the people around you. Thank you so much for being here again this week. Be sure to subscribe. Check us out over on Facebook. Drop a comment on any of our videos and or podcast posts. I appreciate it. I'm so grateful you're in this impact community. Have an incredible day and go out there and be reactive.